Hey, thank you for clicking on this video. This is a series where we take you through how cricket started in India and reached the levels where it is right now. This is part 2 of the series, so please make sure that you go watch part 1 and then come back and watch this part 2. Please make sure that you subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on so that you can stay updated on our later videos. India in the late 80s and early 90s once again found herself needing some sort of inspiration. Governments explored new limits of corruption and the economy was sinking further. Indians needed someone who dared to dream and the players needed someone to raise their game. The 1983 World Cup, along with the inspirational Sunil Gavaskar, spurred generations to take up the sport within the country. One of these kids was a short, brash batsman from Dadar named Sachin Tendulkar. As Gavaskar left the Indian team, in came Sachin Tendulkar, just like Isaac Newton followed Galileo. A child prodigy, Sachin became the youngest player to debut for India in tests at the age of just 16. Over the course of the next few years, he became more than just a cricketer for the country. Sachin became a member of every Indian family in every corner of the country. His boyish charm and pure innocence mesmerized people. Sachin's arrival in 1989 collided with economic reforms of India. Sachin not only gave much needed inspiration to the entire country, he brought pure joy and a renewed hope into the lives of every household. For a nation that had too few heroes, Sachin was the symbol of an India that could take on the world and win. Every time he stepped out to bat, an entire nation would be brought to a standstill. The emotions of the whole country, a billion dreams, rested on the shoulders of one man. More people tuned in to watch Sachin's innings than they did the actual matches. No calamity or political upheaval could cause such a frenzy. There is a special chemistry he shares with the entire nation to this day. A boy who grew up with the nation. A nation that felt his pain when he dealt with bruises on his body and ungrateful critics. His every stroke resonated with their heartbeats and his achievements with their glory. Cricket, being the team sport that it is, also provided Sachin with a platform for success. Unlike his early years, Sachin wasn't the only player that the opponents had to keep restricted on one end and bowl out the rest of the team on the other. India had become a well-rounded team by the early 2000s. The Fab Five had been labelled as such not just because of their records and statistics, but because each had represented a quality that fans around the world have grown to respect and admire. In Sachin, an unparalleled genius. In Virender Sehwag, the purest form of aggression. In VVS Lakshman, unmatched elegance and artistry. In Rahul Dravid, determination and sheer perseverance. In Sourav Ganguly, defiance. Of the various traits mentioned, defiance is certainly the one that was least commonly associated with an Indian cricketer at the time. Soft-spoken, introverted, gifted but individually focused is how many Indian cricketers had been perceived for a long time. Sourav Ganguly played a huge role in breaking Indian cricket free from this image. The nickname of the wall is so much more than just a cliche. The temperament on display every single time that Rahul Dravid took to the pitch for a test match was something to behold in and of itself. He could end up leaving balls and frustrating bowlers for days. He remained the backbone of the Indian batting for his entire career, and some would say to this day. VVS Lakshman is one batsman that Australia can never forget. A nightmare opponent every time he took to the field against the best team in the world at the time. He dared to stand, even alone at times, against the invincible Aussies. The marathon of an inning that he endured for his unbeaten 281 in Kolkata, guiding India to victory from an impossible position, is the stuff of legends. One of the most aggressive entertainers to have ever played the game, Virender Sehwag had an aura of his own and could tear apart any bowling lineup in little to no time. Promoted to open under the captaincy of Sourav Ganguly, Viru would go on to have a stellar test record and along with Sachin form one of the deadliest opening partnerships in ODI history. Sourav Ganguly, the captain, and his team of warriors would go on to give another iconic image at the balcony of Lords for Indians back home. In 2002, having made it to the finals of the NatWest series, India had to chase down a huge total of 325. Although Ganguly and Sehwag got India off to a great start, their dismissals triggered a mini collapse through India's middle order. India were at a score of 146 for 5, staring down the barrel of another overseas loss. It wasn't the legends of the batting order that saved India then. It was Yuvraj Singh and Mohammad Kaif, two youngsters brought into the team under Ganguly's leadership that put on an exhibition, combining for a 121-run partnership for the 6th wicket. Kaif remained unbeaten to see India home in the final overs in a historic run chase. It was an iconic day for Indian cricket as two youngsters engineered a fantastic run chase and Ganguly's delirious shirt swinging on the balcony of the Lord's Cricket Ground will be an image no cricket fan will ever forget. Thank you so much for watching part 2 of the series. In part 3, we will take you through the glorious heights of the 2007 T20 World Cup as well as the 2011 Cricket World Cup and the emergence of the IPL. Please make sure that you like this video and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on so that you can stay updated.